Environmental researchers say the Lagos State's coastline requires urgent intervention of the federal government in partnership with efforts already made by the state governments. They made the assertion against the background of projections that both Lagos Island and Lagos itself could be underwater by 2030 and 2050 respectively. Sarah Ayeku has the details.
You see them everywhere you turn. They are all around, docile, yet posing serious threats to existence. Paper, plastics, bottles, waste of all kind litter major cities across Nigeria. In Lagos, the story is the same as these particles find their way into the seas. Although the state government is promoting a cleaner Lagos, the commercial center is yet to grapple with proper waste management.
The government is one of the governments that I know in Nigeria that is pushing the environmental initiative to a positive level. There may be challenges, but we're working towards that. But to speak on the coastal communities or the communities where we operate in the coastal areas, I mean, like I said, plastic pollution is one of the big issues in these areas, for instance. When our waste eventually goes to our landfill in Lekpe, what we try to do is to ensure that we have the scavengers there and we have the pickers that sort out this refuse.
Researchers have explained that some sea animals mistake plastic bags for jellyfish, and the bags block their stomachs, often leading to death. Plastics never biodegrade.
You see sea turtles died as well. And I would say the habits, that attitudinal change, it won't come from the government. The government can start it with advocacy, but it will come from us. It will come from little organizations like us, telling the world that we're doing something.
Though different organizations have volunteered to clean the seashore periodically, animals are not the only ones in harm's way. With the rising sea level, coastal areas are endangered if no immediate action is taken. Environmentalists at a press conference say the Lagos Island would be underwater by 2030 and the whole of Lagos by 2050. Researchers add that erosion will continue eastward due to the west to east ocean current flow, hence the repeated call on the federal government to support Lagos State in safeguarding the coastlines from being eroded.
The coastline is also the responsibility of the federal government. So there is a need for the federal government to also support the Lagos State government in building these groins. I believe each of these groins costs something like ₦1 billion. And so for those funds to be spent, the Lagos State government may need some support from the federal government.
Environmentalists also raised concerns over the privatization of the Lagos coastline, stressing the importance of people and nature to human sustainability.
By over-prioritizing profit, we are now degrading the quality of life for the people by damaging the resources of the planet. We have to have a rethink because we're impacting too negatively on the resources of the planet.
For now, the ocean erosion is the biggest threat to coastal communities, and there is a need for Lagosians and Nigerians to step up efforts to mitigate any imminent disaster. Sarah Ayeku, TVC News, Lagos.